I used to think that I had to become a better version of myself. But I'm starting to realize that I don't have to become someone new. I just need to learn how to love all the versions of me. See, this started from my childhood just as a little boy. Grew up in the projects, was born actually in the South in Atmore, Alabama. And trust me, I know you've never heard of Atmore. And as a kid, we grew up on a farm, not because my family had one, but because we lived next to families that had one. And as a child, I didn't know what I didn't know. I thought that farm life, I thought growing up in the country was the world. And my mother packed us up and we moved to Detroit, Michigan from Alabama. And Detroit was totally different than growing up in the country in the South. It was an environment that was beautiful actually, but rough around the edges, and we struggled. Life was a struggle. We were just surviving. That's when we relied heavily on government assistance. That's when we lived in homes that were infested with rats and mice and roaches. That's when we lived in homes where the electricity was shut off, the heat was shut off. And so I went from that country life, which was very simple, to living in concrete jungle. So that younger version of me learned how to survive. Fast forward to my present. I'm 45 years old, and I feel like I've accomplished some things in my life, especially on paper. That includes being debt-free. That includes having a nice savings. That includes having structure and order. Doing things I've dreamt about, like starting businesses at a very young age in my 20s. Going and getting an education, getting a graduate degree. Starting a family. These are things that I'm working towards or have achieved now. And I did all of that using this logic. All of my decisions were made up here. And now I'm transitioning to a future me. And that version wants to lead with his heart, not his mind. That version doesn't want the voice that speaks to me to come from here, but to come from here. And I used to think I had to shelter or push out the younger version of me to get to where I am today. And I thought I had to push out the current version of me to get to where I want to be. But I realized life isn't about all of that. The goal is integration. The goal is learning to accept and learn all the versions of me, because all of them are beautiful. So when you look back at your life and you think about what you consider to be bad decisions regarding certain choices you made, when you look back at the people who you felt like hurt you, caused you some of the greatest pain that you had to work through and grow through and heal through, just realize though that version of you deserves the same love as the version of you that has hit whatever goals you set for yourself, that has achieved whatever level of success you've set for yourself. The key is to learn to love all of those versions because they make you who you are. And the moment you can do that, the impossible becomes possible. If this message hits, follow Thriving with O'Neil. Love.